We are here live in the Copa, Virginia Cash Prize Absolute Division. This is the semifinals between Romeo Perdomo in the black and red, Alberto rash guard, and James Dayton in the full camo. We're going to get a reset there for a pull from James with no grips. It's got to make grips on it, even though I loved the wrestle up there. He does have to make grips in the Copa, Virginia rule set.
Got to play to the rules.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
really nice technique in a different rule set.
Yeah, absolutely.
James trying to grab that leg. Romeo doing a good job with the snap down and head control on that. Romeo playing a little fancy footwork there.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of speaks. It looks like he's going to leverage a speed advantage here in this match. James making the distance, getting the grips he needs to pull.
Not really able to immediately wrestle up in the same way that he wanted to in that first sequence, though. Looking at a half butterfly. Romeo doing a good job pressuring in, although James sneaks that shin in underneath. This can be a really good position to sweep from. Romeo doing a good job clearing it, though.
Looks like James wants to use this for leg locks. Goes to a nice saddle entry here.
It's a little bit of a shallow saddle. You want to see that position typically. Yeah. James wants to be a little bit with his hips closer to Romeo's hips, and that allowed Romeo to sit himself up. Still a lot of torque on the knee, but very nice positional work from Romeo there. Ended up on top. Looking for the Kimura trap roll-through sweep, or roll-through pass.
Jumping Kimura sweep. You always like to see it in an absolute division.
Interesting grip there from Romeo on top. Gives it up, though.
I'm guessing we're going to try to see James, again, elevate in and get underneath back into either a waiter guard or another saddle entry. Just given how he is trying to fence that arm, it just makes me seem like he is trying to make the space in order to get underneath into one of those entries. Romeo, nice job spinning through, has cleared the knee, and then immediately knows what's up. James follows it up with a wrestle up, and then Romeo counters with a guillotine into a darce.
That darce arm positioning here is quite deep. I don't think James is in immediate danger. Romeo lets it go.
And we are into the television here. We're going to reset back into the center of the mat.
Both gentlemen standing back up. James, interesting outside trip attempt there.
Yeah, a little far away on the hips. You have to have a little bit more pressure on the shoulders in order to get them to lean over in that leg in the way that you need them to. But again, it's a very good attempt here. I'm guessing we're going to see James most likely, and we're going to see Romeo immediately with the guillotine throw over again, shoot back for that darce, now with some more space to work.
Setting that darce arms set up in. James not bothered by it, though, on a leg, starts coming around. This is actually a pretty decent position for James. If he can get his hips up a little bit higher, he can come out to the top here. There we go.
Yeah.
Seatbelt grip for James. We are still at 0-0 with no advantages, just under 4 minutes left on the clock here.
We do have one penalty for James Dalton for that earlier pull with no grip. So technically, he is down one penalty. But with this, he's going to score an advantage at the worst. Immediately moves into the rear naked choke with the feet. He's going to get the 4 points for the back, and immediately now it is very much in James Dalton's corner here for the match.
James potentially looking for the body triangle. Gave up on that for a second. Thinking about it again. That is a tight body triangle, I will say. And it allows Romeo the opportunity to clear the legs. James not particularly bothered, though, triangling instead at the leg. And this is something we've seen at very top levels work out all right. There are submissions that you can hit from here, and this is one of them. That is a deep choke and is going to be hard for him. James gets the tap.
Very, very nice transition there. Single hooking for the naked choke, almost like a high ball ride. Gets the submission done, and James Dalton moves into the finals of the Cash Prize Absolute Division here at Copa, Virginia.